Greetings everyone, my name is Etterville, and welcome back to my Let's Play of Starward Rogue. During the last part, I completed a successful run using the Paladin mech, so as promised, I'll be trying out the final one of the 3 new mechs, that being the Zephyr Mech. The Zephyr Mech is basically the speedrunner mech. Designed for speed, the Zephyr starts each floor with a boost to damage, fire rate, movement speed, and energy capacity. This boost diminishes every minute that goes by, lasting 5 minutes in total, so we need to think fast for this. From what I've heard, the bonuses are about 50%, and for every minute, it goes down by about 10%. Also, the name of this mech is based off the YouTuber Windless Zephyr, who has the longest running LP series of this game, going over 70 parts if I recall correctly. And his playstyle was usually rushing towards the end or going quickly. Kind of the opposite of my slow and much more better safe than sorry playstyle, so this is going to be quite an interesting twist. And I'll be playing on normal mode just like usual. Following this playthrough or following this run, I'll switch over to playing on hard mode, though using a different mech type. Also, I forgot to show this in the previous part, but considering we completed our 11th run, Rodney says he hates us because we destroyed an 11th terminus and 11th warden as well. So I'm curious though. I know there's a final door at the final boss encounter against Terminus, the true final boss encounter, but it's always blocked off. I believe that door will be open, or at least the pathway to that door will be open, on either hard mode or more likely than not misery mode. Misery is going to be a thing. And don't you worry, I will be covering it. It's not a question of if I'll do it, but when. I'll probably have to complete several hard mode runs first, just to get acclimated to the higher difficulty curves. But without further ado, let's begin a run on Zephyr on normal. Now let's just look over our equipment. Rapid Zeph Pistol, a rapid fire pistol, the Chakram thrower, which you can throw as a boomerang, and it deals damage over time if it stays over enemies, similar to other boomerang type weapons, and a simple missile launcher. Now, just like before, I need to locate the boss door or boss rooms as quickly as possible so I can make the most out of my bonuses. So my strategy throughout this run is to locate the final boss rooms as quickly as possible, defeat the final boss encounter, then go back and complete the rest of the floor, then move back and finish the floor. That way I can make the most of my bonuses against the toughest foes, and then I can get all the upgrades I need for future floors at the end, wrapping up. After all, for most of the enemies, I don't really need the bonuses. Without further ado, let's begin. I'll take the Rapid Zeph Pistol, it's a lot better. I also gotta be a little bit careful here because I only started with 6 health. At the very least, I started with 2 shields at max, so I'm already at max shield capacity, similar to the flame tank, so that's one thing I really appreciate. There we go, to Crystal Mother. Let's see. Okay, I only spent about 2 minutes on this room, so let's kill off Crystal Mother first, then I'll finish up the rest of the floor. The double shields is going to be super useful throughout the run, so I don't need to worry about the shield master abilities, or getting a secondary shield, so I do appreciate that the level creator, or rather the designers of the mech, took that into consideration. And the increased damage and fire rate is going to be doubly helpful. Although the rapid walking speed can be a bit of a problem controlling where I'm going. There we go, perfect run. Although this was the first boss fight, so it isn't that bad. I'll still keep the FTL module just for a more risky playstyle. If there's one question I have throughout this run, or throughout all my runs, is the fact that does defeating a boss perfectly grant you more experience and credits? I'd like to know that. Double health shards. And I took the FTL module instead of the... what was the other module? I kind of forgot what the other module was called. Yes, the homing mini missile launchers, because I feel like having more missiles won't be that helpful in the long run. Or more missile damage for now. Yeah, I'm not taking a risk with the Necromech, especially with my low health. Even though I have double shields, I have really low health at minimum, so I better upgrade that. Also, I totally forgot I had the Chakram launcher and I should have used it during the boss fight. My bad. Here's how it looks. Basically a boomerang. Works very well against stationary targets and bosses. Demonstration. Also, it bounces off of walls. It doesn't pierce through walls though. I'll gladly take more energy capacity, that's for sure. So let's see what else we can get. I already went through the secret room. I probably want to take a look at the robotics shop. So I'm going to save up my key card for that. So the first floor went pretty well, although it is the first floor after all, so it isn't that difficult. Also, I just realized I only have 6 missile capacity, so I gotta be a bit careful there. And of course, everything is way too expensive. Unfortunate. I probably should have saved up my energy for that. Or rather, I should have saved up my credits and whatnot. What does the speed actually control? Is that the fire rate or how fast the projectiles go? I think the Rapid Zeph Pistol will be better, especially as they get critical rate up or critical hit upgrades. Missiles and credits, still not enough. I need at least 50. And I doubt I'm going to get 50 now, so it's time to go to the next floor. Still, like I said, it was a pretty good floor overall. Just like before, the next strategy is, of course, making a beeline for the final boss room of the floor, and then clearing up the rest of the floor. And let's see here, let's go. Oh, oops. Well, the game crashed. That sucks. Alright, I've loaded the game back up. Let's try completing floor 2 correctly this time. Hopefully without any crashes. And I just realized this is a gold floor, so this is gonna make my life a little bit more difficult. More damage for now. I'm taking a huge risk though. Well, I found the boss room pretty fast. Nova, let's see what your attacks are. Well, I'm out of energy. At least the increased fire rate and increased damage is super helpful here. And I also have pretty good range for my attacks, so I don't need to worry about getting hit by things. Plus I have 2 shields, so 1 point of damage there or scratch isn't that much of an issue, outside of losing my bonus. Oh, okay, and it splits up into different parts. That is something I didn't expect though. Ouch, 3 damage per hit. That was a lot scarier than I expected. Oh, Map Master, that's gonna be super helpful. No. Alright, time to explore the rest of this floor. That was kind of scary. Then again, this is a golden floor, so of course enemies deal a lot more damage. But the rewards are also greater, so it's a trade-off. Nah, I'll keep the FDO module. Oh, Ice Harrier. You're the one who caused the game crash before, for whatever reason. I need to be paying more attention to the final boss that's going crazy. Let me see what this does. Oh, interesting, but I'll still take the Chakram thrower. Much more scalability. Well, outside that rather scary boss fight in maybe one room, this gold floor was rather productive. Unfortunately, I did not have any key cards, so I couldn't really visit any of the shops to get much better gear. At the very least, I was able to get more credits. I have at least 70 now. And thankfully, the game crashing didn't cause too many problems. Well, I know where to go for first. Oh no, not another gold floor. Alright, Reanimator. That sounds like a boss who reanimates things from the dead and oh. Okay, and these are all different types of mechs that are in the base game that got destroyed. With different types of weaponry now. That's kind of scary actually. I want to take care of these first before they become bigger problems. Alright, in we go. Well, now it escapes from the arena and goes in circles. Oh, and it starts summoning all of these things too. Can it fire missiles too? I guess so. That's not a good sign. Oh no, it's gonna fire. It's doing a chainsaw wheel attack, I guess. And once I kill it, it's probably going to go into a crazy version. I want to destroy these inanimate ones because I get a feeling they're going to cause a lot of problems if I don't. And I was right. They're basically coating the battlefield with a lot more projectiles than what I would like. It's probably back in the center there and... yeah, there it is. I'm using a lot of missiles here. Is it over? Good. Only took 2 points of damage, actually. I'd rather take the FDL module. Boy, that was quite scary. At the very least, I survived it, and I didn't take that much damage. Thank goodness for all my buffs. Now it's time to complete the rest of this gold floor. And let's hope it doesn't have any hitches that results in my death. Logo Rogue advised me that if I'm suffering too much from the room or struggling too much, just make a beeline for the exit. And I agree with them. Sure, let's see. That'll be super helpful. I would like to have at least 10 health at base, and eventually probably get up to at least 16 health. That's always my comfort zone. Oh wow, this is awesome. Now I'll be able to have it for 10 minutes, and it'll probably double the strength to something like 100% bonus. I'm definitely taking it. Another thing of note is that the Chakram is proving to be super useful, a lot more useful than what I expected it to be. Should I take the risk? I'll go for it. Let me just refill all my health, then I'll go for it. Alright, let's do it. Mech grinder. Okay, this one. A lot of these floating balls everywhere. But because I have a boomerang of sorts, I can destroy multiple of them at once. Or at least stun them, so that's going to be super helpful. If I didn't have a piercing secondary or primary weapon or an explosive one, this would be a lot more problematic. Especially considering their more unpredictable movement pattern. Unless their center is destroyed. Well, this was a lot easier than what I expected. Nah, I'll still take FDL, it's better in the long run. And it has a longer range as well. Well, this was definitely worth it. Well, that could have gone a lot worse. These are upgraded Banshees, by the way, because they can fire multiple of those Banshee shots at once. But it was well worth it. After all, more critical rate and damage. Well, now I have a problem. I probably should not have wasted my only keycard there. Let me take a look at the blood shop or the sacrificial shop, then I'll end off this floor. I mean, look at all the credits I'm getting, it's kind of sad. This would be super useful, but it's also super risky, so I won't take it. Unless I can guarantee getting the 1 incredibility, I won't risk doing those things. Not by any chance. Otherwise, I would say this floor went pretty well. Because I got the 50% damage boost, floor 3 went by like a breeze. In fact, it's under about, let's see here, the run's only 25 minutes long too, so, I'm getting the feeling that the bonuses for its damage boosting and speed, especially its damage rate and fire rate and critical rate, are going to be super useful in the long run as long as you can make a beeline for the final boss room. And considering I got Map Master, now I know exactly where the boss corridors are. And none of the bosses here were that much of a problem either. So instead of ending off here, I'll end off after completing floor 4. After all, this is going a lot faster than what I expected. Then again, this is a speedrunner mech after all. And I just started right near the boss too. And because I have the need for super speed, I now have 100% buffs I believe instead of 50%, and it lasts for 10 minutes. So let's go for the boss. Thankfully we aren't on a gold floor anymore, so that's appreciated. I'll come back for that one because I really don't want to fight the Warden. Wait a minute, there's supposed to be a door to the right here, but there wasn't. That's really strange. Okay, I'll just take the other route. And fight a Cross too. Thankfully, due to my damage buffs, it's not as annoying. Alright, let's see here. Let's do more damage. Alright, Invader. Oh, okay, that's the easy one. Well, that was fast. I still find it weird of why I wasn't able to access the room from the left. Because if I go left, it'll take me to floor 5. Strange. You know what? I'm gonna try facing the Warden with my abilities because with my increased firepower, I think I can do it. Well, I've completed the floor as much as possible, so let's end it. Unfortunately, no robotic shop, and I really want to save my key cards in case there is a robotic shop coming up. Plus, my Rapid Zeph Pistol is doing pretty well as well. So overall, I pretty much destroyed the boss invader as you saw over there, and the Chakram thrower is proving to be an extremely useful weapon. In fact, if the current rate of my playthrough is going on as well it is right now, I may even be able to defeat Terminus in the next part, but we'll have to see in the next part. Well then, thanks for watching, and have a nice day. Toodles!